Namaskaram. I thought again Dr. Queen Elizabeth will tell it's not time. I have to wait another 15 minutes.
Humor. You can start, unless if Dr. Regina, you want to say something else? No?
I'm waiting for Dr. Queen Elizabeth to stop Dr. Alka and say, no, not now, somebody else will come. Because...
No, please continue. Sorry about the first one.
No.
And first of all, let me also say thank you so much to DrTPS because I have to call him overnight to do this section because the person that's supposed to do it has another class in the university. So I really appreciate that is what my mentors can do for me. So thank you so much for coming.
I'll tell you,
I really appreciate it.
The intention was to learn from somebody. So when there is an intention to listen to somebody, you make opportunities for them to talk. So when Dr. Elizabeth called me, I know her intention. Her intention is she wants to listen to me. Right? And generally, I was just looking at what is the topic, write down the Indian time, UK time parallelly, and then wrote the topic learn to learn. But I was listening to the previous speaker, my brother from Palakkad, whom I spoke last week, after listening from somewhere else, in some other program like this. Purne manasi sampurnam jagat sarvam sudhadravaihi upana gudapadasya nanu charmastrutaiva bubuhu. This is from Ramayana, one of the earlier most writings. What does it say? Everything in the world is as per manas. Unfortunately, people learn from Western. They translate manas into mind, which is totally confusing. Eastern philosophy doesn't have mind at all. Eastern philosophy will not talk about mind. Eastern philosophy talks about manas. But why mind has come? Mind is the place where thoughts happens. Manas is not thoughts happening. Where is your mother? Your mother is in your thoughts? Now, where is your mother? I have to ask Prashanti only, I think.
Manas, heart.
Yeah, but what is English for that, manas?
Heart.
Then problem, biology people will crush you smash you like, how the heart crashes. It's only pumping blood, there is nothing called manas. But what happens is when we have feeling added, automatically the pumping rate will change. Therefore, people think whenever thoughts comes, manas is active, the heart will become more and more active. Therefore, they related the thoughts, the feelings. The feeling comes from your thoughts. Do you think and feel or just feel? Yeah, somebody close to you had an accident. Do you cry after thinking? Oh, should I cry? When your mother's picture is in front of you, you look at it and say, oh, this is my mother. Will you look at it like this? So thoughts are not there. Buddhi, intelligence doesn't work. Thoughts are the portion of intelligence. Feelings are from manas. But we relate that to heart because when the feeling changes, the heartbeat changes. And therefore your chemical reaction changes. When chemical reaction changes, that is identified as part of the body which processes chemicals in our body. And where is that? Kidney. I'm sure in your local language you have your own words. In Kerala, we call it as Karalu. There are a lot of songs. Karale, ende karale. Karale means my love, my love. That's it. My closest person is called. Can you sing this in English? Say, oh my liver, finished. That is because the Karal is translated into liver, and you cannot call your girlfriend, oh my liver. Though chemical reactions happens. So it's all poets who confused this. The science and poetry doesn't go together. The feelings are different from the thoughts. Many Western philosophy people don't understand this. And can you find out where is the manas? Where is your manas? Where is your manas? Your manas is the software which cannot be shown in your system. But that software is what is operating all the input-output devices. I am seeing doesn't mean I am seeing. I am seeing so many things, but I am not processing it. If I don't process, even if I am seeing, that's of no use. I am traveling in a road, I may see a lot of restaurant, boards will be there. I may not even look at it. It is there. The vision, it is there. But not in my manas. But when next time when you travel in the same route, you want to eat something, you will look for, oh, this restaurant I have seen many times. It has not registered in you. So that means you are consciously doing something and unconsciously doing something. So we are unconsciously conscious and consciously unconscious. We are consciously unconscious and unconsciously conscious. When I look at my mother's picture, I don't even have to look at it. When I am walking, there was a question. When I am walking, am I conscious? I need not be. If it is a new route, I am conscious. If it is not a new route, I am unconscious. When the mother is making a dosha or you are making chapati, you don't take a instrument box and then put a circle and then find out to fill the atta inside. It doesn't happen. Automatically it becomes. So what you practice? Do you think I prepare lecture and this is how I have to speak, I plan it? No. I am comfortably speaking because the skill is there inside. Is it my buddhi talking? No. Put an electroencephalograph and check my brain is working. It is done in many lectures. I am a spiritual master from Himalayan tradition. I have been put under electroencephalograph to check when I am chanting Sanskrit sloka whether my buddhi is working. I can teach Bhagavad Gita. I don't have to refer a textbook. So when I do that, when I am looking at it, but mind is not working. It just flows. So where does it flow? It is neither from the buddhi, not from the manas. There is an Atma. So your mother is not in the manas, not in the buddhi, but is in the Atma. So it is immediately processing everything and you don't even have to think about. So thinking is not what makes us good. If I am thinking, that means I am not comfortable. Maybe the beginning maximum words used here was comfortable. Alka started with the word uncomfortable, comfortable. Right? Uncomfortable is the best mode where you have to venture yourself so that it ends with the learning. If your manas is open for that. If your manas is not open, you are uncomfortably live and uncomfortably die. The uncomfortable situations, you can make it comfortable. That is what is learning. So what is learning? Give all the difficult situations in your life. All the difficult situations. You know the biggest tree which is very strongly, no wind can, no turmoil can make it to fall. That is not the tree which stays in the best field, in the largest, longest, tallest. No. You can see between the rocks, between the difficult conditions, the root goes inside. No, you try to pluck it, it will not come. You can 100% hold. When we climb mountains, we tie our rope there only. That small bush will not cheat you in life. They are very strong. So difficult situations, uncomfortable situations are the best ways to learn. What is uncomfortable? See, I land in Ukraine. I don't know the language. Most uncomfortable situation if I don't know the language. That's a good opportunity I learn. Gumadi is from Andhra, right? Or Karnataka?
Andhra, sir.
Andhra. I learned Telugu. నాకు మంచిగా మాట్లాడడానికి వస్తుంది, రాయడానికి వస్తుంది, చదవడానికి వస్తుంది. ఎట్లా వస్తుంది? And Edward is from Bangla, right? Edward ji, are you from Bangla? Ami Bangla bolchi. See, how am I able to speak? Because I go to such places, I stay there, learn, talk to the people. So experience is learning. It is not reading. It is not. You have to have a mindset where you decide I am going to learn. That's it. And where do you get that mindset? You should have real focus, real opportunity, and you feel uncomfortable there. Suppose you have a lot of people around you who will support you. You are so comfortable, you don't learn that language because everything is there beside you. So how do you learn? You have to learn by yourself. Without having a guide, without having... How do children learn to cycling? It's only 5 minutes job you can learn cycling. But if you have somebody who hold you behind and then teach you, finished. It takes 2-3 days of practice. You don't have anybody, you will learn in 5 minutes. I will tell you the trick of learning. It's only a trick. You have to know the trick. But what you should have? The manas. The mind for that. If I have to translate, wrongly translate it. The manas for that. My attitude has to be ready for learning. So how do we learn? I need to have a good opportunity. I should have good mindset, attitude. Then the skill will be learned. And opportunity, attitude and skill together makes me to perform. And you perform same thing, same way, same. Keep on repeating same thing. Put the PowerPoint presentation, read it 10 times. Same stupid story you will tell last time also, this time also, same question, same answer. You will not learn. That's not learning. Experience comes from putting yourself in different situations. That's why teachers are teachers. I say I have 30 years of experience in teaching. No, I say I have only 1 year. Repeated same thing 30 years doesn't make you 30. In mathematics, multiply 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, it becomes only 1. You add 1 plus 1 plus 1 30 times, it becomes 30. So addition comes every time you have to change. I remember I was a BSc student when mathematics teacher was teaching. I asked some question. She said, no, nobody asked this question. That's why I'm asking you this question. But last year it was working. Some problem was given. Then I said it will not. The problem is wrong. Then she said last year it was working. She was copying. And last year problem was solved. This year also it should. I said while copying you have done a mistake. How do I know? Because everybody copies from same book. No. Every stories are from same book. When Alka quotes Mahatma Gandhi, I know Mahatma Gandhi read Bhagavad Gita. So that's from Bhagavad Gita. So I will not quote Mahatma Gandhi for what Alka is quoting for Mahatma Gandhi. Uddhared atmanatmanam atmanam avasadhayat atmaiva khyatmano bandhu atmaiva ripunatmanah. Only Mahatma Gandhi took me to Bhagavad Gita. And I read Bhagavad Gita after learning Mahatma Gandhi. So you should keep on learning. The tag should be there. Gita, my mother. Bhagavad Gita. How Bhagavad Gita influenced Mahatma Gandhi for making quotations. If you want to learn, Gita, my mother. Bhagavad Gita was a mother for Mahatma Gandhi, the first teacher. So you must be very careful when you quote people like so many people are being quoted. Sometimes I get quotations from somebody who was ex-president of India. Immediately I will tell that paper reporter or maybe TV. No, it's not from him. It is from Vivekananda. And it is not Vivekananda. The English quote is from Vivekananda. But originally it came from Upanishad. And this Upanishad is what is to be. Right? So what you need is, you should have that courage to speak. How do you have this courage to speak? When you are a learner. And when you are a learner, you learn how to learn. I am not teaching mathematics, I am not teaching physics. I am a professor of teach what subject? Any subject you come, I will teach you. Why am I teaching different subjects? Because I am not teaching you how to swim in this swimming pool. I am not teaching you how to cycle on this road, this road. I am one who teaches you how to cycle. So you decide the road in which you want to cycle. I don't teach maths, physics, chemistry. I will teach you how to learn maths, how to learn physics, how to learn chemistry. Then you study in the way you want to learn. I don't have to teach somebody driving a vehicle. If I know driving some vehicle, almost all vehicles are same. Right? Do I have to do trials? No, that's not required. So you are ready. That readiness have to be shown in different actions which you take up. That will become successful. That is lacking. That is why I put the name learn to learn. Learn to learn. What is that to do? Don't learn something from some textbook, copy it and speak. Learn from stories and copy and speak. Don't do that. In different situations, how do you react comes from just think on that, what is happening around you at that moment of time, you can relate it. So all of us have to reflect. So what is Manas doing? Shankaracharya said, Manam Darpana Samanam. Manas is like a mirror. It doesn't have anything stored there. So I don't have anything stored here. What I do? I reflect. How do I reflect? Like a mirror reflecting. You come in front of the mirror, it reflects. When you go out, it's not there. So when I have to speak now, I reflect on what I hear. I reflect on what is being told by somebody else. So I never like to be the first speaker. If I have to be the first speaker, I will have to think. Second speaker, it's very simple. I can reflect on what somebody else spoke, right? So that is what is to be done. Ripur Atmanaha. Who is your best friend? Your own manas. Uddhared Atman Atmanam. Raise your manas. Atma, Atma, Atma. Same word is used. Soul, 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 soul. Because manas is also soul. Buddhi is also soul. The soul is also soul. Three souls are used here in the same line. If you don't understand this difference, very difficult to understand. Uddhared Atman Atmanam. Atmanam avasadayet. Atmaiva hyatmano bandhu. My buddhi, my manas is the friend of me. Who is that me? Whom to you are asking? When I ask somebody, are you walking with the consciousness? To whom you are asking? Are you asking to the buddhi of the person or the manas of the person or the soul of the person? Are you listening to me? I am asking that question. Are you listening to me? To whom I am asking? Am I asking to your buddhi or your ear? No. There is a process inside. I am asking that processor. But who is controlling the processor? The processor is being controlled by soul. So if you want to learn everything in this world, your learning should not be by brain. It should not be by manas. It should be by Atma, soul, Atmiya Purusha. That such people are called spiritual being. They don't have to learn. They don't have to learn. They just do it. Yesterday I posted a cooking and I was making something which my mother used to make. And she is no more for last 10 years, 15 years. I made the same thing and I was feeling same taste. How did it come? I am connected to my mother. Spiritually, I am connected to my mother. Looking at the taste, oh, I know this is what is to be added to get that taste which my mother was cooking. But what you should have is the taste of cooking should be there in you. The taste of cooking is not there. The passion is not there. Even if you do it, it doesn't become good. So learn to learn only when your passion is instilled in you, installed in you. That's the booting software. Put the booting software of attitude, put the booting software of setup, and then you are set up, the format is done. What happens inside you will become so logical, so easy, so smooth, that is what is called meditation. Not closing your eyes and sitting. Doing every action in the way you know it, and it becomes so casual for you. That is what is called meditation. So, meditation in action. Once you learn, meditation in action. Once you have that practice in multiple things, the whole life becomes that. Good enough? I think good enough. I was supposed to speak.
Great.
I was supposed to speak 4:45 to 5:15. That's what I said. I didn't know when I started. I thought I'll stop at 5 o'clock. 5 minutes before I'm stopping because I want some questions. I tell you, there is no point in making blah 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 seminars and lectures,
It's true.
right? Otherwise, it's like Einstein who gave a lecture and then, do you know that story? Most of you know the story. Einstein went for a lecture. You know or not? Somebody, yes or no? Eh?
No.
No, don't know. Okay. Einstein used to give lectures like what we are doing in webinars today. Same lecture, same talk. Somebody can listen to this video many times and repeat the same style. You will also become another DrTPS. Correct? Very simple. And Einstein's driver was driving all the time. After taking him to the place, what he will do? He will also listen to his lecture. And Einstein driver, same English, right? They have took birth in same place. It's only a story, eh? It's only a story. Don't take this and then check and then say the fact check and all that. This is only to give a lesson. And then one day Einstein's driver said, you are talking the same E is equal to MC square everywhere. Those days, luckily, there was no YouTube, no recording, so nobody know that he is repeating same thing. Same comma, same full stop. So this driver said, I can also give such a fantastic lecture. As on today, if somebody see my picture, immediately they know, oh, this is DrTPS. Those days, Einstein's picture was not in Facebook. So what they did, the driver and Einstein made a flop. So Einstein becomes the driver, where Einstein has to sit, driver sat. As they went there, the organizers took this driver, thinking that he is the Einstein, and took him to the stage, gave beautiful lecture. E is equal to MC square, one lecture only, everything fantastic. Everybody clapped. Immediately asked, do you have any question you can ask? But questions are not same, right? Everywhere it is different. So some difficult question Sarida Pandey asked. Immediately the driver said, very simple question, my driver can answer it. So lecturing is very simple when you have little logic inside you. Every question he says it's very simple. You ask a difficult question, then I will answer, right? So you can ask me. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, Professor TPS. And I want to use this time to open the floor for any questions. This is the time to ask our professor questions. Are we ready? Please ask questions. You can text it if you want, or you can speak it, but I would like to hear your voice with your questions. Any questions before we move on? Dr. Kalista, question?
See,
I mentioned something.
see, if there are no questions, I think Queen Elizabeth should stop this business of webinar because nobody has questions, yeah? Why are we giving lectures? Why are we conducting if there nobody want to learn anything?
All right.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes,
Luckily,
question.
Infinix wanted to ask.
You want to answer questions? Please speak if you want to ask.
Edward
questions.
has
Okay,
questions.
Dr.
Yeah.
Edward. Dr. Edward, questions.
I'm not a doctor. Anyway, I'd like to ask because we're talking about mindset. So thank you very much, Professor Dr. TPS. Sorry, Dr. TPS for sharing your presentation. My question is, in order for a mindset, like to have a mindset, what are the Indian or Eastern philosophy says how we can have a mindset? Like
Satsang. Very simple answer. Satsang. When you have good people around you and you have that culture of sharing together, sitting together, that is how the mindset is formed. Mindset is not formed on lectures or reading textbooks. It comes only when you are supposed to live with such people, share time. And then see, today I was maybe the one person who listened to me maximum number of times here is Shuchita. Today I posted on Facebook. Immediately I was copying the link and then asking Shuchita. This is that time when I was posting, the reply was send me the link. How does it happen? It just happens. We know, oh, there is somebody who wanted to listen. You know? So there is a relationship made between satsang. Need not be physically, it can be intellectual satsang. So how do you get that intellectual satsang? Everybody has got a biorhythm. The biorhythm needs to match. That's a Western science, biorhythm. Physical, emotional, intellectual, social, spiritual rhythms. You can look at your biorhythm and check whether this person's biorhythm matches or not. Myself and Dr. Queen Elizabeth met only 2 times, 3 times, finished. The biorhythm matches, therefore, when I speak, even if I quote Sanskrit slokas, I know it's little tough for her, but doesn't make any difference. She is able to capture. Able to capture because the frequency remains same. The frequency is not same, you may not understand that. But you understand inside, you may not learn it. Learning is different from understanding. So I understood my master. How I understand my master? Not because I know his language, not I'm intellect in that mode. No, not required. I need not repeat it many times. People say that no, when you repeat it becomes your behavior. Otherwise your character. Character is not behavior. These are all normal psychology which doesn't apply. It doesn't apply at all. You send me the person who doesn't study at all. You send it to me. He will become a student. He will learn how to learn. Very simple. People stay with me 10 days and they say that no, my son doesn't listen to me at all. I went to America and then wanted to learn different languages for young children. Their own mother tongue. I said next Wednesday the paper reporter will come. Everybody has to learn. Finished. Everybody learned mother tongue. Because paper reporter is going to write, this person knows. The mother parents were trying for last 15 years. They did not learn mother tongue. One day. Attitude setting can be done breaking. You don't require to hit many times to break a big stone. Do you require? No. You look at it, where to hit to break it. That's it. So learning is not hard. It is only trick. If you know the trick of learning. Last week I think, MA Economics, some student failed in one of the paper. I said send me the syllabus and then come and sit on a Gmeet, it will be done. Did it. I was asking Sarita during LLB exam, you tell me which paper you have to write, I will teach you that subject. How courageous is this person who can say that no, master's level or graduate level, your subject I will teach. It's very simple. It's logical because everything in this world has a logic. Once you know that logic, it becomes simple. It's like driving in a route. Will I have to ask, let me drive once and say, then I can drive? No. I know driving, I know how to drive in any route, right? That's what I do. So it's only satsang that comes to you when you have satsang who has done that in front of you, and that gives you an attitude set. Your booting is already done. That's what is to be done.
Professor, you're muted.
Somebody muted me. Commonly muted because there was some disturbance. I just.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Another question from Ambassador Smith Choka. You've raised your hand. You have a question for our professor? Quickly.
Yes, Prof. Okay, quickly, I'll raise now. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Prof. Elizabeth. Thank you so much. Prof, amazing thought. I really appreciate your teaching so far. My question is, how do we develop the attitude of learning in a tense environment? You know, an environment that is not conducive or that encourages learning. Now, for instance, just a quick one. In developing country, the environment is different and kind of, it does not encourage learning. Developed countries, they have a model of environment.
I got it, learning. Smith, you are from Africa?
Yes, I am.
Which part of Africa?
Nigeria.
Yes. Just send me a WhatsApp message on this number. You will join with me when I am mentoring hundreds of youth in Africa. Last mentoring class, I had more than 80 youth coming and joining with me. I am doing it for last 6 months. In the beginning, I had only 3 people, 4 people, 2 people. Now I have got 80 people. I made many groups. All of them joined together. Now we are planning. You can set attitude only when the focus comes, the passion comes for a purpose. So I am creating an agricultural project in Africa. I am teaching how to grow herbs. I am teaching how to make your agriculture product agri processing, which gives you money. Motivation has to be there. Attitude comes only when motivation. The motivation can be different. For me, motivation can be learning. But for an African youth, motivation comes in earning. L has to be removed. Don't tell him to learn. L, remove L. Remove L, learning becomes earning. But when you become a earner, to earn you need to learn. But don't tell him learn to learn. No, I will not tell him learn to learn. Learn to learn is only for Queen Elizabeth UK when she is asking for a seminar. When African people ask for a seminar, I will not give learn to learn. I will give learn to earn. Understood the difference? When Indian people, I will not give learn to earn. I will tell them learn to become famous. Because Indian people have sufficient money, sufficient knowledge, they think they have. Now what they want is fame. So they attend all webinars. Lot of 300 PhDs from everywhere they will get. They will add it and put it on Facebook. How many ticks are there? They will see. If there is not, they will attach many more people. Got it? So because Indian people are looking for fame, nothing else. What is behind learning, earning and fame? Ultimately what everybody wants is happiness. Got it? But without food, no happiness. Without emotion, no happiness. Without intellect, no happiness. Spirituality gives you happiness. But I cannot sell spirituality when your tummy is empty. So first give them the benefit of making money. That is what is called avidya in India. Avidya and savidya. Savidya is good wisdom. I cannot give wisdom classes to people who are starving. First food. So I am mentoring lot of African youths. I have got great hope. There was one student of my friend who is owning a university in Africa, got into connect because of that. They have offered me land and money for establishing such a center for conscious living in Africa. Is it good enough? I want people like Prince to be part of me. I want Queen Elizabeth also to be part of me. I want each one of you who are here to be part of me, to make a difference in people who really wanted to make a difference in them. Right? We will do that. We will do it. We will do it together. Yes, I can. Yes, you can. Yes, we can. That's it.
Allah, thank you so much for that answer. I've always also gained a lot from that question. You see, it's good to ask questions. That is the way also to get a better understanding of what you are learning or what you are listening to. Permit me also to quickly call, well, I've told him several times to put his name there, Brother Chris Kilechi. Can you ask your question?
Unmute my brother. You are muted.
Yes. The person with,
Okay.
yeah. Question.
Okay.
Quickly.
All right.
Briefly.
Thank you, Prof, for this privilege. Now, my question is this: they are in a situation or in a case whereby someone is pushed by the parents or guardians to go into a particular field of learning, to go and learn some subjects of which the person naturally or within him or her is not comfortable with and is not doing well. But just because the parent wants him or her to become a particular thing, maybe to become a doctor, while the person wants to just be an economist. And
I understood.
the person field of learning.
Need not elaborate with examples. I understood.
Okay.
See, every one of us have got three things in life. One is a role. I am a husband, I am a father, I am a son, I am a brother, I am a sister, I am a master, I am a student. All of us have got different roles. My role has to be satisfied. If I have to, I was in Government of India, Prime Minister's office, a great job at the highest position anybody who can get. Other than political, administratively, I was in one of the highest position. Do you think I took my retirement, premature retirement, minimum pension? I said I don't want this. I came out. Do you think I can take the decision alone? I cannot. I have to ask my wife, I have to ask my son, I have to ask my relatives, I have to ask my neighbors, I have to ask many people. because we are socially binded. A student to choose the subject, he need to ask father, mother. When you are married, you will have to ask permission from many people. Not your father, mother, your in-laws also you need permission. So every relationship is a bondage. But how do you do it? You must be able to convince. If you are able to convince yourself, you can convince anybody. Who has got this problem? Oh, they will ask one person, second person, third person, fourth person, what should I do, what should I do, what should I do? Why are you asking? Because you have a doubt in your ability. If you are totally convinced, you come to me, I will ask a lot of questions to test your, how much you are convinced. You are very strong, it can be convinced even to your parents. If you can convince yourself, you can convince your parents. Why are we asking? Suppose you want to do something, you ask father, mother, and they don't agree with you. You will find someone who will be supporting you in your family. Then you will take their support and tell your parents, this person supported. Will you support? So you need somewhere something, right? So today one of the MBBS student who is writing examination tomorrow spoke to me. When her mother took to me, that mother said this girl is useless, only very, very bad, nothing can study. I said, give it to me, I will do what I can do. Done. You convince. She became a doctor today. The parent says useless. Today they became a doctor. How did they become doctor? You have to make them convinced. Yes, I can do. That's what is Queen Elizabeth is doing. The youth must be able to feel, yes, I can do. Even parents, don't worry. But what generally we have, we need 6 qualities for this. If you want to convince everybody, you need 6 qualities. Udyamam, better planning. You write down 2022 March 4th, I am this. 2025, I will be this. Make a big plan throughout life. Make it, put it in a big post and then put it in front of you every day. What are the skills I require? Plan it thoroughly. Udyamam, planning. Sahasam, jump into action. There are students who ran away from houses. I told, run away, don't worry. Get a fellowship. Then convince your parents. They will agree. But if you don't get fellowship, you will have to beg your parents. Correct? So give that merit in them so that they will study well, get a fellowship. Then only they will run away from family. Without fellowship, if they run away from family, they will not be anywhere. Suppose you have to convince your parents, you must have sahasam, dhairyam, buddhi, good intelligence, great courage. Do you think great personalities in this world were very obedient to their parents? No. They were not obedient. They were disobedient. But they had. Don't become disobedient when you don't have energy, when you don't have intelligence, when you don't have power, when you are not convinced yourself. If everything is joined together, then you can have disobedience.
Thank you so
That
much.
is what is.
Thank you so much. That's a good.
We will have a dialogue. We will have a dialogue on
Yes.
how to guide
Yes.
children for their passion. If it is passion, if it is only interest, no. I am interested to study. No, don't study. I have passion. There are many words to be used very carefully. Interest is different. Passion is different.
Okay.
How
Thank
do you
so much,
understand?
Professor.
Yeah.
My
Thank you
question
so
has
much.
not finished.
Sorry, my brother, you will need to continue to come and probably connect with Dr. TPS because we need to continue. I know you have so many questions and totally believe it. I agree with you, all your questions. And trust me, I'm going to be bringing my mentor back and back again.
Okay,
Thank you. And so I can see that people are not raising their hands now, but we have to move to the next one. But please, if you can type your questions on the chat, maybe later on, if Professor is still here, he'll be able to answer those questions. So you can type it on the chat. Sorry, we need to move on. I'm sorry about that. Give me that permission to move on, please. Okay. Before I hand over to Dr. Aika, our great global moderator, I want to quickly just share some announcements.